That's joking. I just realized when I saw now it's 2 minutes to 11. I think okay. I understand. So, yeah. Okay, what we're going to do inshallah is we will go to our leader for 10 minutes inshallah, and then we're going to do Surah Al-Asr after that. I'm still telling you the hadith, and then we'll go to Surah Al-Asr. Okay, so what's the last chapter that we read together? We checked. Page 21 is what you have to look for, okay? 23. From 21 to 23 over there, to look homework. Okay. So what we do is we just read from I'm just going to read chapter number 9 down to right from 19 to 21, and then we'll read together 22 and 23 inshallah. So I'm going to read it once, and then I'm going to read it. You can read it, actually you can read it with me, and we just go through the translation of it. Yes, actually let's always read it together. Now da'wah to Ibrahim. Everybody. Now page number 19 of the reader, Da'wah to Ibrahim. Da'wah to Ibrahim. ودعا إبراهيم قومه إلى الله ومنعهم من عبادة الأصنام. Let's all read together. We can keep your questions. I'm going to read with me. You don't have to wait for me. Okay. قال إبراهيم لقومه ما تعبدون. No, we're just going to read together. Let's start over. Bismillah. This is again closer. Everybody. دعوة إبراهيم. Okay. Line 1, go. ودعا إبراهيم قومه إلى الله ومنعهم من عبادة الأصنام. I'm just going to say the translation, right? And Ibrahim called his people to Allah, and he prevented them from worshipping the idols. Line 2. قال إبراهيم لقومه ما تعبدون. Ibrahim said to his people, what are you worshipping? Line 3. قالوا نعبد أصناما. They said, we are worshipping the idols. Line 4. قال إبراهيم هل يسمعونكم إذ تدعون. Ibrahim said, do they hear you when you call? Line 5. أو ينفعونكم أو يضرون. Or do they benefit you or do they harm? If anyone has a question or you want to clarify anything, just stop me. Right? Line 6. قالوا بل وجدنا آباءنا كذلك يفعلون. They said, rather, we found our forefathers doing that. We can say, literally meaning كذلك, like that, يفعلون, doing. So basically, doing that. Line number 7. قال إبراهيم فأنا لا أعبد هذه الأصنام بل أنا عدو لهذه. That's not the end of the sentence, right? You can't actually stop there. It's like very bad to stop it. There is a read till the end of it. بل أنا عدو لهذه الأصنام أنا أعبد رب العالمين. Ibrahim said, so I do not worship these idols. Rather, I am an enemy of these idols. I worship the Lord of the worlds. Line 9. الذي خلقني فهو يهديني. The one who created me, so he will guide me. Or he guides me. Okay, 19. والذي هو يطعمني ويسقيني. And the one who he feeds me and he gives me to drink. 11. وإذا مرضت فهو يشفيني. And when I am sick, he cures me. All of you, do you know at the end of it, Yahdin, Yaskin, and Yashfin, it's all supposed to be, what's understood to be at least, Yahdini, Yaskini, Yashfini. Right? The Ya is just omitted. And what shows me that the Ya is omitted is that there's a kasra on that noon. But don't worry about that now. When we come across in the Quran again, I'll explain it to you. Okay, line number 12. وَالَّذِي يُمِيتُنِي ثُمَّ يُحْيِيني. And the one who causes me to die and causes me to live. وَإِنَّ الْأَصْنَامَ لَا تَخْلُقُ وَلَا تَهْدِي. What do you mean? And indeed the idols لَا تَخْلُقُ, they do not create, and they do not guide. So you can say, you're going to translate nicely, they do not create, nor do they guide. وَإِنَّهَا لا تطعم أحدا ولا يسقي. What did I say? Oh, ولا تسقي. Sorry. Why tasqi? The present is correct. It's the right time, yeah. Because it's asnam is a plural, isn't it? Sanam is one animal. Asnam is a plural. And it's the plural of animate object or inanimate? Inanimate, so we treat it as a singular feminine. That's why we have tasqi. That's why we have takhluqu, we have tahdi, tut'imu, tasqi, all of them are singular feminine. Right? So indeed, they, and that's why we have the ha also, inna, ha means she, one plural. But yet actually we're going to translate it as they, because it's referring to the idols. And certainly they do not feed anyone, nor do they give to drink. وَإِذَا مَرِضَ أَحَدٌ فَهِيَ لَا تَشْفِي. And when anyone becomes sick, فَهِيَ, then they do not cure. Number 16. وَإِنَّهَا لَا تُمِيتُ أَحَدًا وَلَا تُحْيِي. And indeed they لا تُمِيتُ أَحَدًا. Amata yumitu means what? Not to die, to cause to die. To cause to die. They do not cause anyone to die, وَلَا تُحْيِي, nor do they cause anyone to live. Okay, chapter number 10. أمام الملك. أمام الملك means what? In in front of the king. We're just going to do this page. Okay. Line number 1. وكان في البلد ملك كبير جدا وظالم جدا. What does that mean? وكان في البلد, there was in the city ملك كبير, a big king. جدا, very, so a very big king. وظالم جدا, and very oppressive or unjust. Line number 2. وكان الناس يسجدون للملك. What does that mean? وكان الناس, and the people were prostrating to the king. Line 3. وسمع الملك أن إبراهيم يسجد لله ولا يسجد لأحد. What does it mean? And the king heard that Ibrahim prostrates to Allah and he does not prostrate لأحد, to anyone else basically. Line 4. فغضب الملك وطلب إبراهيم. So the king became angry. You know, we came across the word مغضوب عليه. فغضب الملك. So the king became angry. وطلب إبراهيم, and he sought, requested, asked for Ibrahim. Line 5. وجاء إبراهيم وكان إبراهيم لا يخاف أحدا إلا الله. What does it mean? And Ibrahim came. وكان إبراهيم, and Ibrahim was لا يخاف, or he used to not fear أحدا, anyone, إلا الله, except Allah. قال الملك, the king, قال الملك من ربك يا إبراهيم. The king said, but we can translate it as asked, right? Because there was a question coming. The king asked, who is your Lord, O Ibrahim? Okay, so the last page that you completed was page number 23, right? Okay, so we'll do that next week inshallah. Page number 23, and now you do page 24 for okay, you can do so. Okay, so now just in conclusion, first with Surah Al-Fatihah, I told you last time that I was going to mention to you a hadith related to the surah. Right? So I'm going to do that now inshallah. What I'll do is, you don't have to worry about writing it down. I will put it on a slide or something, and then I'll ask one of them to send it to you or upload it to whatever, or let's say as I said. So the hadith goes like this. There's a number of different narrations of the hadith. I'm just going to pick one. It is a hadith Qudsi. What does the hadith Qudsi mean? When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that Allah says, so he's attributing it directly to Allah. So what is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say? This narration that I'm going to mention to you now, that one comes from Sahih Muslim, but it's also narrated by 4 of the other main books of hadith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قَسَمْتُ الصَّلَاةَ بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَ عَبْدِي نِصْفَيْنِ. I have apportioned the salah between myself and my slave in half. So half of it is for him and وَلِعَبْدِي مَا سَأَلَ. And then also says that Allah says, and my slave shall have what he asks for. So he says, I have apportioned the salah between myself and my slave in half, and my slave will have whatever he asks for. So when I tell you the next part of the hadith, now you'll understand that the word salah here refers to Surah Fatihah. The word salah here refers to Surah Al-Fatihah. And why that be the case is because one of the most important parts of the salah is the recitation of Surah Al-Fatihah. Surah Al-Fatihah. Especially the Shafi'i madhab, I don't know, hopefully everyone knows it, but everybody must recite Surah Al-Fatihah. Even if you're following Imam recites Surah Al-Fatihah, you must still recite Surah Al-Fatihah softly. Every single person must recite their own Surah Al-Fatihah in every rak'ah of the salah. Anyway, Rasulullah says that Allah says in this hadith, I have apportioned the salah between myself and my slave in half. My slave will have whatever he asks for. Then he says, فَإِذَا قَالَ الْعَبْدُ. When the slave says, the slave referring to you and I, the slave of Allah, when the slave says, الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. What is it? Translation? All praise is due to Allah, Lord of all the worlds. I'm not going to go to the whole of it. Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قال الله تعالى, Allah then responds to him and says, حَمِدَنِي عَبْدِي. My slave has praised me. وَإِذَا قَالَ الرَّحْمَنِ الرَّحِيمِ. And when he says, when the slave says, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most merciful, especially merciful, then Allah says, أَثْنَى عَلَيَّ عَبْدِي. My slave has extolled more praises upon me. So Hamidani Abdi, rather I can say, my slave has expressed gratitude to me. The second one, Allah says, أَثْنَى عَلَيَّ عَبْدِي. My slave has extolled praise upon me. He's praised me greatly. وَإِذَا قَالَ مَالِكِ يَوْمِ الدِّينِ. When the slave says, Master of the Day of Judgment, قال الله تعالى, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, مَجَّدَنِي عَبْدِي. My slave has expressed my majesty. Has expressed my majesty. وَقَالَ مَرَّةً. And in another narration it says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَوَّضَ إِلَيَّ عَبْدِي. My slave has handed over all of his affairs to me. And so the idea is what? The Surah Fatihah is a communication between myself and Allah. When I say one verse, Allah responds to that verse. Now why I felt it's very important to mention this hadith to you, because it ties in closely with Surah Al-Fatihah number 1, but also if we understand that while we make salah, then it won't be a lifeless task. To know that when I say this, Allah hears me and Allah responds to me. Allah responds to me. SubhanAllah. So he says, when he says Maliki Yawmiddin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Majjadani Abdi, my slave has expressed and mentioned my majesty. And then he says, فَوَّضَ إِلَيَّ عَبْدِي. My slave has handed over his affairs to me. فَإِذَا قَالَ. Then when he says, when the slave says, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. You alone do worship and you alone do ask help. Then Allah responds and he says, هَذَا بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَ عَبْدِي وَلِعَبْدِي مَا سَأَلَ. This is between me and my slave will have whatever he asks for. And then immediately we ask what? اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have favored, not the path of those upon whom your anger is, nor of those who are astray. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, هذا لعبدي ولعبدي ما سأل. This is for my slave, and my slave will have whatever he asks for. And that's why usually, in conclusion, after we read Surah Fatihah, we say what? We say Ameen, yes, but this is dua that we also recite. رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ Ameen. Oh Allah, forgive me and my parents. In fact, this time you ask Allah whatever you want. So I usually also add, Allah forgive me and my parents and my family, all of them. Because why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's response to you is, this is for my slave, that guidance that you ask for, and my slave will have whatever you ask for. Whatever you ask for. So it's time to make dua. Obviously when you're making salah in jama'ah, then you say Ameen soon afterwards the Imam, and then you can make your feel to do dua to yourself after that. But especially when you're in nafil salah, then it's a good time to make dua as well. Right? So why I thought to mention the hadith to you is because inshallah will make our Quran or our salah a more alive act. We can understand the communication between ourselves and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We even imagine Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responding to us. And that's something amazing really. Me, insignificant, one amongst the billion somewhat people perform salah, but still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds to me. And in fact, in the one narration Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, half of it is for me and half of it is for him. It all comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in your salah with him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes you ask of him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes you ask of him something, and that is extremely beautiful and important. Is Muhammad there with? So when he comes out there, so I'm going to send you the hadith inshallah, right? Surah Al-Asr. We're obviously not going to have time to get into the whole surah, but I'm just going to start with the introduction to Surah Al-Asr. Surah Al-Asr, very short surah, comprised of 3 verses. So the name of the surah is Al-Asr. That's Surah Al-Asr. What does Asr mean? We translate it as time. Asr is actually, do you know what's a masdar? Check quickly in your finding dictionary on your phone, just look for the word Asr. I know what it means, I just want you to have the experience of discovery. Found it? Just check on your phones. You must have a dictionary app or a PDF or something on your phones. Ain, Sad, Ra. I think if you were to use English, it will be 3 and a capital S and an R. Found it? Anybody? Found it? What does it say? Yes. It means to Asara yasiru means to press something or to squeeze something out. For example, grapes, olives, to wring, to compress. Yeah, that's what it says, right? And then just look beneath that, the word Asr comes in. So what does it say? Asr means the act of pressing out, squeezing out, the act of wringing out. And then only afterwards it says the age, era, time, period, epoch. So the word Asr, yes, it does mean time, but it doesn't originally mean time. It means to squeeze something out. And that's why the more common word that you use, or that you hear used, is the word Asir. Asir means like a juice. It goes like real fruit juices, which I don't actually like or even drink. except lemon juice, is made by taking a fruit and squeezing the juice out of it, basically. So Asr does mean time. There's other words for time in the Arabic language. There's waqt, there's zaman, so all mean time. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't mistakenly choose words. The word choice is precise. So Asr refers to time, yes. But the image that gets created about time, that's what we want to understand from this word Asr. So I'm going to ask you before we get into it, what else you know about the word Asr? When do you use it for? Asr Salah. Asr Salah is that time of the day is also referred to like Waqtul Asr. Okay, time of Asr. Which part of the day is that? The middle of the day, beginning of the day, end of the day? Some say middle, some say. When does the new day start in Islamic calendar? At Maghrib time. So it's the end of the day. Asr is the last salah that you perform in the day. Right before the new day comes in at Maghrib. It's the last portion of the day. The last portion of the day. So when we speak about time, but referring to it by the name Al-Asr, then we have this image in our mind of like the last drips of time that's running out. The last drips of time that's running out. So and we'll see how that ties in to our understanding of the surah when we get in this. First thing we want to deal with is just the name of the surah is Al-Asr. Asr means to squeeze or press out something. They can also refer to time. The two meanings are not separate from each other, the two meanings relate to each other. It's like the last parcel of time. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Time, but not just you running out of time. The idea of time that's running out. Right? Okay, some of the virtues of the surah. This surah, it is from one of the virtues of the surah is that when people gather, they should try and recite the surah before leaving the gathering. Right? So if you have a meeting, you're just coming together with some people, then you should try before leaving the gathering to recite the surah and then leave. So it's mentioned in some hadith that one of the Sahaba by the name of Abu Hudayfa said that when two people from the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would meet with one another and then depart, or he said they would not depart until one of them recited Surah Al-Asr to the other, and then they would greet each other and leave. So it's the practice of the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Imam al-Shafi'i rahimahullah ta'ala says about the surah as well, that if people are to ponder the meaning of this surah alone, then this surah would have encompassed, it would have been encompassing in its meaning. And if nothing was revealed but the surah, then it would have been enough. If nothing was revealed but the surah, these three ayahs, then it would have been enough for them in this dunya. Because this surah, similar to Surah Al-Fatihah, it says it encompasses all of the knowledge of the Quran. We'll try and see a little bit of that in a moment. Or not in a moment, but we'll be actually getting to the surah. Again, it's a Makkan surah. Makkan surah means what? It was revealed before the Hijrah. And in fact, this is considered to be the 13th surah that was revealed. The 13th surah that was revealed, right? In addition to that, the nature of the Makkan surah, they speak about what? They speak about belief, but they're also like worldview shaping surah. They change your worldview from being one fixated on power and lust of dunya to a worldview that's fixated on Allah and Akhirah. Yeah? So the nature of the surah is like that. And you can see that by the shortness of the surah. Okay. I think I'm not going to get too much into the crux of the surah. The surah, I'll just mention one sentence. The surah is essentially focused on how human beings attain eternal success. How human beings attain eternal success and happiness. Just checking how this out. Okay, so let me go and get into the surah. I just want to see if we're going to start the surah now or. Yeah, no, I think I should be responsible. Okay, we'll stop there for now, inshallah. We'll just have a little bit of an introduction to the surah. And yeah, we'll continue with the surah next week, inshallah. What I want you to do for homework in relation to the surah is very, very short. Just read the surah. Read the surah. And think about, try and maybe think about the translation. You can even read the translation, but think about it in light of the understanding that you now have of the word al-asr, rather than just time. And that's actually where the English translation fails. Right? So try and think about the meaning of the surah now in light of that meaning of the word al-asr that you have. We'll stop over there for now. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.